When it comes to individual ball handling drills, one of the tools that we like to use is a tennis ball. We use this so that we can get kids to focus on the tennis ball so that they can dribble without looking at the ball. It's also a great way to increase hand-eye coordination. Tennis ball drills are becoming more and more popular in the training game, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 4 or 5 that are really basic, that'll give you the greatest bang for your buck when it comes to practicing with your players and giving them drills to do, whether it be at home or at practice, and this will really take their ball handling skills to the next level. During any of your ball handling drills, you want to emphasize to players that the best ball handlers in the game use the sides of the basketball really effectively. Even though guys talk about dribbling with your hand on top of the ball, yes, when you're going forward, that's great, but when you're changing direction and you're trying to blow by people, you want to make sure that your players are able to use the sides of the basketball very efficiently. So let's start with the most simple tennis ball drill that there is. What you're going to do is you're going to get your players down in a low stance, low and wide, and then you're going to dribble, and you want this tennis ball to be out on the side of their body. We always emphasize that you want the tennis ball outside of the player's frame all the way out to the side, and all you're going to do is throw it up and catch it. Nice and easy. This is the easiest one, and again, players are allowed to stare at the tennis ball but can't look at the basketball. Again, simulating game situations where you don't want your players looking at the ball when they dribble. Really simple, looks like this. Dribble, throw it up and catch it. Throw it up and catch it. Very easy. Obviously, you want to do that on the other side as well. And then you can add, throw the ball up, turn your hand over and snag it. Throw it up and snag it. That makes it a little bit more difficult for the players to succeed. It's a little harder. Next, you can move on to tennis ball through the legs. So again, you're going to notice it's that same hop that you do when you go through the legs, but now you're adding the tennis ball, and again, eyes have to stay on the tennis ball when you do this drill. One tip that I can give you is that if you tell the players how many times they're allowed to bounce the ball before they go through their legs, it sometimes is very helpful for them, and it allows them to actually set a specific routine that they're going to do before they actually go through their legs. So you go 1, 2, 3, and then throw the tennis ball. 1, 2, 3, toss and through. 1, 2, 3, toss and through. Eyes are always on the tennis ball. 1, 2, 3, toss through. Okay? And then again, you can add behind the back. 1, 2, 3, up and behind. Up and behind. You can get super creative with these, okay? But you can also get out of hand with them, and then you eventually hit the law of diminishing returns where it's really not worth it to do these. But for us, some of our favorites are toss, snag, toss, cross. Toss it, cross. Toss it, cross it. And then you could go toss, double cross. 1, 2, 3, bang, bang. 1, 2, 3, bang. Using the sides of the ball efficiently, getting out of your comfort zone when you dribble. Encourage your players to bounce the ball as hard as they can so that they're increasing their ball handling skills. Using the tennis ball can be very efficient during your practices. It's going to help your players increase their ball handling skills. We only gave you 5 or 6 that you could use, but again, you can be very creative and you could add combos to it. So in summarizing, for us, our favorites and the most simple of the tennis ball series, toss and catch, toss and snag, toss through the legs, toss and cross, toss behind, toss, double cross.